this happen for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Modify Your Life podcast, where I am your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modified. And I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who's been supporting. Honestly, we'll start off with this before we start getting to the nitty gritty. If you notice, I am by myself today because I had something I wanted to talk about, right? I was scrolling through social media and I seen a video and I left a comment and the comment got a lot of love, and I didn't know what the love was going to be, especially because it's not my platform, right? So people don't really know who I am and what I've done or what I've accomplished, or that I've been morbidly obese to the point where it was hard for me to wipe my own ass. Right. And I was just sitting there, I was scrolling and I seen this video that just popped up, and I don't know where it was. But anyways, it's on Instagram. And I was scrolling and it was this girl that was going to different stores. Like, I think she went to 5 or 6 stores. And she was, asking if they had plus size, asking if she had plus size, asking that plus size. And for those of you that have never been overweight or morbidly obese, it's very difficult to shop at being overweight. Right. And also, too, the places that do have the actual sizes, the men's, I'm speaking from a male version, a male that men's DXL, I think that's what it's called, or DXL. It does not have the coolest stuff at all. Right. And I understand and I get that, because I always used to tell Francine, like, no matter where I go, I look like I'm a golfing grandpa. Right. And I didn't like the way I looked. But at the same time, I never thought that it was up to them to make that change for me, right? And I want you to really listen to that. I never thought it was up to a company to make that change for me, the change that I need in my life, the thing that I was complaining about the most, right? So as I'm going and I'm looking through these comments, once again, this is not on my platform, right? So people are going to build their platform, whether they're built off of excuses, whether they're built off of in the middle of losing weight, whether you're building a platform or cooking, like, everyone's platform is going to be completely different, right? And everyone knows on my platform, it's about the hard work, and it's about the consistency. It's about the discipline. And it takes time to build that. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen because we make a bed, right? It doesn't happen because we create a schedule. It doesn't happen because we watch a podcast and now our life has changed. Right, it happens over time of consistency and discipline and not giving up and doing these things when you don't want to do it, when it's no longer fun, right? And I was looking through the comments, and so many people were saying, it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair. We need this. They should be carrying bigger sizes. They should be doing this. They should be doing that. They should be doing this, blah, blah, blah. But not one comment, other than the one that I left, took accountability for their own self and their own actions. Right? When are we going to take accountability on our own actions? When are we going to stop looking at other things or other people or other companies, other loved ones to fix us? And when are we going to start fixing ourselves? Right? I see no accountability inside of these comment sections. And no, they're not everyone in the world speaking, but there was a lot of comments. And it just got me thinking, like, this is what we do. Like, this is what gets us in the predicament that we're in. The predicament that we are in is because of our self-decisions, our non-choice, or our choice of not having discipline, self-control, not understanding that it is up to us to completely change our life around, and no one's going to do it for us. And let me paint a picture of this. I don't care how old you are right now, but if you're listening to this, how old you are right now, your parents, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, your friends, whoever you want to use in this scenario, right, can force feed you for the last X amount of years you've been alive, which is not a cool thing, right? It's weird. It's a very weird thing. But hear me out. I'm going somewhere with this. As soon as you are let free, as soon as they stop feeding you, it is now your problem. I want you to hear that one more time. Once they set you free, once they did all this force feeding to you for X amount of years, it is your problem to now fix it. No matter what has happened in the past, it is our problem, right? And now I'm pretty sure hopefully there's no one in the world that's been force fed their whole entire life, right? But at the end of the day, I'm just painting that picture that it doesn't matter how it happened. It's how are you going to fix it, right? And if the one thing that we are sitting here complaining for, saying that we need bigger sizes, we need this, we need that, then why wouldn't we do the hardest step in that conversation and take the action so we don't have to ask for other people to make bigger sizes, right? Take the one step that we don't have to worry about not going to Target or Walmart or your favorite shopping places so that we can walk out there with something, right? And it's just because of just so much lack of accountability, and it's not that I don't know anybody that is overweight that enjoys being overweight, like truly, right? I'm not social media post my life is happy, everything's perfect, X, Y, and Z, and then they go and you're crying yourself to sleep. I'm talking about being really happy about being overweight, not the false persona that people like to set, like the mask that we like to put on, like the band-aids we put on, and because we like to hide our biggest and deepest secret because we feel that we should let anyone know that our biggest insecurity is our weight. I don't know anyone out there. And I've been overweight my whole entire life. I have been obese, morbidly obese, my whole entire life. And I cannot tell you that I was actually happy. I cannot tell you that I got to kiss and date every single girl. I can't tell you that there wasn't times where I was in elementary school, right? And I wanted these skateboarding pants that zipped, the ones, the ones I'm talking about, the ones in the middle that zip, right? The shorts to pants, right? That was a cool thing to wear, right? Those with the what Osiris's. And I could not fit in any of them because I was so big at a young age. So obviously I wasn't that tall that the only pants would fit me were adults. And then when I wore them, they were so long, they looked like shants on me, right? That was the start of my problem, not be able to dress cool like the cool kids at school. The shoes were never the issue, right? But that was the start of the problem, right? That pair of pants led into led into junior high of me being too overweight to play Pop Warner because I would have to play with the teenagers. And I was not a teenager. I was just the size of a teenager, right? Obviously, you see where this is going, right? It continues to keep getting worse and worse. It did not stop. It never got better, right? That led into high school. Me, my freshman year, my mom having to the week before a football game, go take two of the pair of pants and sew them together so I made my first football game. Which led into after high school, me leading into over 600 pounds, depressed, suicidal, and morbidly obese and couldn't wipe my ass. And none of that stuff changed. None of that stuff was going to fix itself until I started to fix myself. Do you see how it went from this to that and it kept getting worse and it kept getting worse. And I wasn't taking action. I was talking about losing weight. I was talking about doing this. And I've had my crash diets here and there between there. You know what I mean? I did that. But I never gave it 100% because I never took a true accountability on what needed to be fixed. And that is my complete mindset, right? That is stop pointing the finger at everyone else and start pointing the finger at yourself. That is knowing that no one is going to come save you. No one is going to save you in this situation. If you are upset that you can't fit into certain pants, shorts, dress, bathing suit, short bottoms, then don't look for someone to come out and send a rescue boat. Because it's never going to come. Because I wouldn't be able to sit here and wear the clothes that I'm wearing and talk about the things that I'm talking about if I didn't take action. Think about it. Would you really be following Modify Your Life podcast? Would you really be following Heavy to Modified if I didn't take action on my life and change myself around? Change my mindset, change how I looked at myself, change how I treated people, change how I treated my body. Just really paint that picture. There would be no respect for Heavy to Modified right now if I didn't take this stuff. So when I'm speaking about this stuff, know that it's coming from not someone that walked the walk. I'm telling you, who couldn't put on his own socks the first 10, 15 minutes of waking up because I woke up in pain. Who was difficult to wipe my ass. A normal thing that we are taught as a kid to do became more difficult because my poor choices of eating, my lack of accountability, my lack of self-respect, my lack of self-love, my lack of faith in myself. And so when I seen that post and it was something so triggering, I just thought I need to talk. Because we need to start taking accountability for the decisions we make in our life. And that's something I feel that all of us, including myself, and everyone that is listening has needs a little bit of help with. Taking accountability. Understanding that no matter what you do, how your life looks right now, no matter what that scale says right now, no matter how you feel about yourself, it's up to you to change that now. It is up to you to make the steps that you need, take the steps that you need to take to be the best version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's the person you've always wanted to be. That's the person that you were put on this earth to be, is the best version of yourself. But if we went years and years and years without taking accountability, and years and waiting for the perfect Monday and the next Monday and I'll start tomorrow, we went years of doing that. We just don't have any self-respect for our word that we tell ourselves. And it was there blatantly right in front of me in the comment section of how many people agreed, male and female, that it is not fair. It is not fair. It is their fault. They don't support fat people. They don't love fat people. It's not, well, one, it's not fair. But one can say it's not fair for you to get that big. One can say it's not fair for them not to go up to sizes that big. Right? There's two ways to look at it, right? I could look at it as an old version of myself and be like, it's not fair. Now I can look at myself at where I am today and be like, not fair that I ate that much and I didn't respect myself. But no matter which way you look at it, of the not fairs, it's not going to change anything. You could look at it up, down, left, right, side. This like it's a goddamn Grand Theft Auto cheat code. But it's not going to change anything by you just complaining. The only time that your life is going to change, the only time where you are going to change, the only time that you are genuinely going to start becoming happy with your self-decisions is when you decide to take action, and when you decide to hold yourself accountable, when you realize that it is up to you to make the change that you need in your life today. And that's it. That's it. Like you have to hold yourself accountable. There's no one's going to save you. No one is going to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. No one is going to want to do the work for you, because 9 times out of 10, the people have work to do their damn self. But you have to start holding yourself accountable. And that's all I have to say. Stop pointing the finger at other people and start pointing the finger at yourself. At the end of the day, it is up to you to get yourself out of the situation. Happy Monday. Get out there and fucking crush it. Thank you for listening to Modify Your Life podcast. And if this hit home, share it. If you liked it, share it. If you hated it, share it. If I made you really second guess and contemplate your life right now, good, as I was talking to you. It is up to you to change your life around starting now. If you woke up today and you're able to listen to this podcast and you're able to be driving to work or to the gym or wherever you're going, that you have the chance right now, the opportunity today, because tomorrow is not promised, to change your life around today, right now in this second. Now, tomorrow you're not going to wake up perfect, but tomorrow you're going to wake up better.
All this happened for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real.